Ebrahim Raisi's name resonates within the halls of Iranian power. He is a figure of deep reverence and fierce debate. His life and career are inextricably intertwined with the Islamic Republic's trajectory. From his staunch principles to his controversial decisions, Raisi's impact on Iran is undeniable. His journey, from humble beginnings to the pinnacle of Iranian politics, is a testament to his ambition and the complexities of Iran's political landscape. Understanding Raisi's legacy requires delving into his past, examining the forces that shaped him, and the indelible mark he left on Iran. Ebrahim Raisi was born in 1960 in Mashhad, a city of deep religious significance in Iran. Known for its sacred sites, including the revered Imam Reza Shrine, Mashhad is a focal point for Shia Muslims worldwide. Raised in a conservative clerical family, Raisi's upbringing steeped him in the principles of Shia Islam. His household was one where religious observance and scholarly pursuits were deeply valued. His father, a respected cleric, instilled in him a strong sense of religious duty and devotion. This environment fostered a profound respect for religious traditions and a commitment to upholding them. From a young age, Raisi attended the local seminary, immersing himself in religious studies. The seminary was not just a place of learning, but a community where young minds were molded. His education focused on Islamic jurisprudence and philosophy, shaping his worldview and laying the foundation for his future career. These studies were rigorous, demanding a deep understanding of religious texts and legal principles. The seminary, a breeding ground for future clerics and judges, exposed Raisi to the inner workings of Iran's religious establishment. Here, he interacted with influential scholars and clerics, gaining insights into the religious and political dynamics of the country. As a diligent student, Raisi's dedication to his studies was evident. He spent countless hours poring over religious texts, seeking to understand the complexities of Islamic law and theology. Growing up in Mashhad, Raisi was also influenced by the city's vibrant religious culture. The daily life in Mashhad, with its constant flow of pilgrims and religious activities, reinforced his commitment to his faith. Family gatherings often turned into sessions of religious discussions, where young Raisi would listen intently to the debates and teachings of his elders. These interactions further deepened his understanding and appreciation of his religious heritage. Participating in Mashhad's numerous religious festivals and ceremonies, Raisi experienced firsthand the communal aspects of his faith. These events were not only spiritual but also educational, providing him with a broader perspective on the role of religion in society. Throughout his early years, Raisi was mentored by several prominent clerics who recognized his potential. Their guidance and support were instrumental in shaping his religious and intellectual development. This early life, marked by rigorous religious education and a supportive clerical community, set the stage for Raisi's journey to becoming a prominent figure in Iran's religious and political landscape. Raisi's legal career began in the early 1980s. As a young and ambitious lawyer, he quickly made a name for himself within the Iranian judicial system. He quickly rose through the ranks, holding positions as a prosecutor in several Iranian cities. His dedication and hardline stance on legal matters earned him both respect and notoriety among his peers. His reputation for strict interpretations of Islamic law and unwavering commitment to the principles of the revolution preceded him. Raisi was known for his rigorous application of Sharia law, which he believed was essential for maintaining the moral fabric of the nation. In 1988, Raisi played a controversial role in the mass executions of political prisoners. This period marked one of the most contentious and brutal episodes in Iran's post-revolution history. His involvement in this dark chapter of Iranian history continues to haunt his legacy. Many human rights organizations have condemned his actions, calling for accountability and justice for the victims. Despite the controversy, Raisi's ascent continued. His ability to navigate the complex political landscape of Iran allowed him to maintain and even strengthen his influence. He served as Iran's Prosecutor General and later as the head of the Judiciary, further solidifying his position within the Islamic Republic's power structure. During his tenure, Raisi implemented several judicial reforms aimed at consolidating the power of the judiciary and ensuring its alignment with the revolutionary ideals. His tenure was marked by efforts to combat corruption within the judiciary, although critics argued that these measures were often politically motivated. Raisi's approach to justice was seen as both a means to uphold the law and a tool to suppress dissent. As he continued to rise, Raisi's influence extended beyond the judiciary. He became a significant figure in Iran's political landscape, often seen as a potential candidate for higher office. In recent years, Raisi's political ambitions have become more apparent. He ran for president, positioning himself as a defender of the revolution and a champion of the people. His campaign focused on issues such as economic reform, anti-corruption measures, and upholding Islamic values. Public opinion on Raisi remains divided. While some view him as a steadfast leader committed to the principles of the revolution, others see him as a symbol of the oppressive regime. His legacy is a complex tapestry of legal rigor, political ambition, and controversial actions. From prosecutor to Chief Justice, Raisi's journey reflects the intricate and often tumultuous nature of Iranian politics. His story is far from over, as he continues to shape the future of the Islamic Republic. Raisi's political ambitions became evident in 2017 when he ran for president against the incumbent, Hassan Rouhani. Although he lost the election, his campaign garnered significant support from conservative factions. This marked his transition from a powerful figure within the judiciary to a prominent political player. He continued to build his political capital, serving as the custodian of Astan Quds Razavi, a powerful religious foundation. This position provided him with vast economic resources and allowed him to cultivate a loyal following. By 2021, Raisi was well positioned for another run at the presidency. The 2021 presidential election saw Raisi emerge victorious. The election was marked by low voter turnout and the disqualification of several prominent candidates, leading to accusations of manipulation and a lack of genuine competition. Despite the controversies, Raisi's victory cemented his position as the Islamic Republic's most powerful figure. His presidency signaled a consolidation of power among hardline conservatives and a potential shift away from the more moderate policies of his predecessor. Raisi's presidency has been characterized by a focus on social conservatism, economic self-sufficiency, and a confrontational stance against the West. He has implemented stricter social regulations, cracked down on dissent, and prioritized a resistance economy aimed at countering international sanctions. However, his presidency has also faced significant challenges. Iran's economy has struggled under the weight of U.S. sanctions and the global economic downturn. Inflation has soared, and the value of the Iranian rial has plummeted, leading to widespread economic hardship. Navigating the global stage foreign policy under Raisi. Ebrahim Raisi's foreign policy has been defined by a combination of defiance and pragmatism. He has maintained Iran's support for regional allies, continued the development of its ballistic missile program, and engaged in tense negotiations over the Iran nuclear deal. While taking a hard line against the United States and its allies, Raisi has also sought to strengthen ties with countries like Russia and China. His approach reflects Iran's desire to break free from international isolation and establish itself as a regional power. Legacy of a hardliner, assessing Raisi's impact on Iran. Ebrahim Raisi's legacy is complex and contested. His supporters view him as a pious and principled leader committed to upholding the values of the Islamic Revolution. They point to his efforts to combat corruption, promote social justice, and stand up to Western pressure. His critics, however, see him as an authoritarian figure, responsible for human rights abuses and the suppression of dissent. They argue that his policies have stifled political and social freedoms and exacerbated Iran's economic woes. A nation in mourning Iran after Raisi. The news of Ebrahim Raisi's sudden death sent shockwaves through Iran and the international community. State television announced his passing, prompting an outpouring of grief from his supporters and a sense of uncertainty about the future of the Islamic Republic. The streets of Tehran and other major cities filled with mourners, many chanting slogans praising Raisi's leadership and commitment to the revolution. The government declared a period of national mourning and flags flew at half-mast across the country. The future of Iran, uncertainty, and the post-Raisi era. As the nation stands at a crossroads, the death of Ebrahim Raisi has left a significant void in the political landscape of Iran. Raisi's death leaves a void in Iranian politics, creating a period of uncertainty and transition. This transition period is marked by both anxiety and anticipation, as the country grapples with the implications of this sudden change. The Assembly of Experts, a powerful clerical body, will now be tasked with selecting a new supreme leader. This body, composed of some of the most influential religious figures in Iran, holds the responsibility of guiding the nation through this turbulent time. This decision will have profound implications for Iran's domestic and foreign policy. The new leader's stance on key issues such as nuclear policy, relations with the West, and regional alliances will shape the future of the country. The coming months and years will reveal the lasting impact of Raisi's presidency. His policies, both praised and criticized, have left an indelible mark on the nation's political and social fabric. Whether Iran continues on its current trajectory or embarks on a new path remains to be seen. The choices made by the new leadership will determine whether the country embraces reform or maintains its current course. The legacy of Ebrahim Raisi, a figure of both admiration and controversy, will continue to be debated for years to come. His tenure was marked by significant achievements and contentious decisions, making him a polarizing figure in Iranian history. As the nation reflects on his legacy, the debate over his impact will shape the discourse for the foreseeable future.